Hey leaders, what would change if you truly believed God owned your stuff? Not just believed it intellectually, but actually lived like it was true. Your home, your paycheck, your career, your health, your group. What would shift in how you live, what you worry about, what you hold on to? Here's the foundation we need before understanding stewardship. God owns everything. Colossians 1:16 says, "For by him all things were created, in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities. All things were created through him and for him." Not just that God created everything, but that it was created through him and for him. Everything exists ultimately for God's purposes, not ours. And Psalm 24:1 reminds us, "The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and those who dwell therein." Everything in this world, every resource, every person, every opportunity belongs to God. We didn't create it. We can't ultimately control it. It all belongs to him. Now this might sound heavy, but here's where things get liberating. If God owns it all, then you don't have to. Think about what ownership costs us. Anxiety. We worry about losing what we have, protecting it, keeping up with it. We compare what we own to what others own. We make decisions based on acquiring or protecting more. It's exhausting. But when you genuinely accept that God owns it all, something shifts. You're no longer responsible for holding it together. You're not building your own kingdom. God's already got one, and it's infinitely better than anything we could build. That's the freedom of stewardship. God is the owner. You're the manager. You get to use what God entrusted to you, care for it, invest it wisely, but you don't carry the weight of ownership. You can trust God with the outcome. As a small group leader, this is essential. You don't own your group. God does. You're stewarding on his behalf. That takes the pressure off trying to make it perfect by worldly standards. It frees you to focus on faithfulness instead. So reflection questions for this week. What area of your life would feel most different if you truly believed God owned it instead of you? How does knowing God created everything through him and for his purposes change how you think about resources? And finally, what would it look like to steward something well without anxiety or owning it? Thanks for exploring this with an open heart. As you embrace the truth that God owns everything, you'll discover a freedom and peace that no amount of control